The worst part about trying to use Claude Code on the Pro plan is just getting cut off mid-flow because you burn through all your usage. Especially if you're trying to run the new Opus 4.6. Well, Sonnet 4.6 just dropped and it changes the math big time. If you go down and look at the benchmarks, you'll see the coding benchmarks are all very similar to Opus 4.6, but Sonnet 4.6 is 40% less cost, which basically means 40% more usage until you get kicked out. Hey, I'm Ben. In this video, I'm going to build the same Shopify app I built using Opus last weekend, but this time entirely on Sonnet 4.6. Same process, same prompts. We can see if the benchmarks actually hold up. The first thing to check is you have to do a Claude update. You have to be a Claude Code version 2.1.45 for the Sonnet 4.6 model to even show up. Now we just do a model command. Now we can change to Sonnet 4.6. Like always, I'm going to start off in planning mode and put in my prompt. What I'm trying to do is build on top of a base Shopify application. I just use the Shopify CLI to scaffold this application for me. So now what I'm going to do is build on top of that an app I call Agent SEO, which basically looks at merchant products via a new API from Shopify called the Catalog API. It's going to scan other products and see how they rank for AI agents, and then give that feedback to the merchant so they can make updates on their own products. They rank better for Agent SEO. One thing to notice, the context window is 200K. You probably saw in the release there that it said a 1 million context window. That only applies if you use the API key. That's going to get pretty expensive, even using Sonnet. I want to use my subscription as much as possible, so I'm going to leave the context window just at the 200K that you get with subscriptions for now. But if you do need it for like a large code base or something, you can switch the API and get that 1 million context window. Sonnet 4.6 cooked away there for a good 10 minutes to come up with this really detailed implementation plan. Like I was saying, I built this same project with the same prompt in Opus 4.6 a few days ago. So I remember very well what it gave me, and this implementation plan seems more detailed than that one did. The only other difference I noticed though was that it did less research. So Sonnet 4.6 just did this one research Shopify catalog API call. Whereas when I did this with Opus 4.6, it did multiple of these research calls and used a lot more tokens in doing research and web searches. Let's exit planning mode and see how it builds it. All right, it's done. It ran for about 13 minutes. But actually the total time from planning mode and then also building it was a bit faster than Opus 4.6 was. Those make some nice promises here. It says inline feedback next to each listing section, top 5 catalog API competitors with images, prices, links, and why they rank. It actually sounds really promising. I'm going to load up my test Shopify store, install the application, and let's see if it actually works. Before I do that, actually look at the usage. So for our current session, we're only 15% used. If I was using Opus, that would definitely be around 30%, 25-30%. This is a big savings, especially when you're using the Pro plan. And the results actually much better than what Opus did. I don't know, maybe I just got lucky. First time using the model, I don't know. Much better user interface. It automatically audited all 18 of my products. And if I drill down into one of the audit results, it tells me exactly in line what my problems are. My title's too short. Description's too short. You know, I've only got one image. I should have 2+ for multiple angles. And then the big thing is it goes through the catalog API and finds other snowboards to compare it to mine. It even comes back to the link, so you can link to the real live store and it shows you the snowboard. The thing I wanted to do is just say why it ranks so well or why it ranked better than the merchant snowboard in this case. That part didn't really get too well. It just says why it ranks, but these responses don't really make a lot of sense. Like playful twin shape offers versatility for park laps and switch riding. I don't think that's why it's ranking on the AI agent very well. So that part needs some work still. But overall, really nice UI. I put all the features in there that I wanted. Still some more work to do, but a really good starting point. It kind of blows me away how easy it is just to stand up a fully functional Shopify app, just like half an hour. And granted, it does need some work still, and the refining is going to take a lot more time. Just to get to this point, you know, like a few years ago, it would take you probably a good week just to get through all the weird things like in the Shopify Polaris framework, even just getting the application scaffolded. I think this is a really good example actually of what you can build now in relatively simpler use cases. Something like Sonnet 4.6. This is going to give you a lot more bang for your buck on the Pro plan. If you look at the pricing difference, like Sonnet 4.6 is 40% cheaper. It's $3 for 1 million input tokens, 15 for 1 million output tokens. Whereas Opus 4.5 would be 25 for the output and $5 for the input tokens for 1 million. So for all kinds of business use cases like the ones we saw here, Sonnet's going to be more than enough. And if it allows a business owner, for example, to use the Pro plan, maybe they only have $20 a month they want to spend on AI. If you time your builds correctly with your usage windows, you can build a lot now on the Pro plan. You get the best tooling with Claude Code and the top frontier models. If you're into AI software development and Claude Code like me, make sure you subscribe to the channel. What's actually more important, I think, than the 1% difference in the benchmarks between Sonnet and Opus would be how you structure your content and getting the right skills and the right documentation in your context window. So watch this video next for some tips on how to do that effectively. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'll talk to you in the next one.